Hey guys, and welcome back to EJ Sport RC. So in this video I will be going over some of the new released hop-up bits for the A800R, and also with the press release of the steel chassis. I thought I would go over some of the bits and pieces that go with that. I have been running the steel car for a while now. A few of us in the US have been testing it. Um, it It is definitely worth picking up. It is a way smoother to drive than some of the other chassis. Um, I have not had the steel chassis get so aggressive that it's hard to drive. Hot lap wise, it's about the same as maybe the Botus chassis or the RAF chassis, um, but it's easier to drive at that speed. Um, Way easier. All the weight's down low. Um, so with that in mind, let me get into what's going on with the chassis plate, and then we'll get into kind of the new bits. So the chassis is 1.2 millimeter thick. The stock chassis, I believe, is 2 millimeter. So what that does, that affects the screws that you use in this new chassis, and that's why when you get the conversion kit, it gives you new screws, because the taper angle of these screws is different than the standard 3 millimeter screws that they give you. And the new bulkheads that come in your conversion kit, I'm assuming are going to have this cutout area already done. Those of us that were prototyping this, we had to relieve this area here because we needed to shim up the dampers with 1 millimeter shims. And it looked like in the conversion kit they give you a black shim, and that's what that's for, is to put here and shim the damper up. And so here's what the bulkhead looks like that we've done here. Right there we've had a cutout. And the other reason why they've done that is they found out, the European guys found out, that when you don't raise the damper up, the angle of the shock rod that goes from here outward sits at a different angle. And it also makes the spring rub right here on the rotor. And when that's spaced up like that, it does not do that anymore. So that's why they give you that black shim that's going to be in that conversion kit. Let's see. Also, I'm not sure. I've not seen the where the screws go in on the new conversion bulkheads. We had to take a countersink bit and countersink these holes here, countersink the mounting holes for the center point, and countersink all the holes underneath on the motor mount, because that chassis is so much thinner. The locking part of that screw goes farther up into the chassis, and so you had to recess this area so the locking part can actually go up farther into whatever it is you're screwing it to. And I also had to relieve the hole that goes into the sway bar mount with the countersunk bit as well. So there, and I'm not sure if they've kind of smoothed all that out with the new conversion, but that would be something to look at if you use those new screws and you can't get them to tighten in properly. You're going to need a countersunk bit to do that correctly. Other than that, there's nothing but upsides to the steel car. I mean, all your weight's down low, and honestly, getting into tuning, I fine tune with the top decks. I get kind of a base setup, and I really don't deviate all that much. I have not seen huge swings in grip levels that I've been to at a race with this car that I've had to like wholesale my setup. So that's another positive. And the chassis is pretty heavy. I don't have the numbers right off the top of my head, so I actually don't have a ton of weight bolted anywhere because the chassis and all that weight is down low. But yeah, it's definitely good. Go grab you one, put them on back order because I think they're going to be kind of scarce right when they first come out. So yeah, definitely check into one of those. Check them out at Side Piece Racing. Get them on back order. Tony Sport or whoever does Awesomatix or wherever you get your Awesomatix parts. The other new bit that I'm going to put on are the new PSX. That is the new 30% progressive. Here's the 30. There's the 25. So you can see that there's a huge difference in the diameter of the heads on that 30. So I'm going to first try them in the front, then I'm going to try them front and back. I'll let you guys know how that goes. But testing from other guys seem to like it. So we'll see on that guy. One of the other things they've come out with new is the shorter ball studs, the ST24Ss. Those will go here for your your bulkhead mount inner bump toe. So if you look at your car, the threads on yours will stick up through your top deck. And with these, your top deck is not captured by those screws. The other item, and I have tested these already, is the DT10 plus ones, the new Eccentrics. I've tried those in the rear. It raises the diff up an extra 1 millimeter. So when I put them in, you could tell the car wrapped the sweepers better. It wrapped a carousel better. On the layout that I was running those on, it's got tight sections in the infield, and I personally thought it took a little bit of initial steering away, which I thought was kind of strange, but it wrapped the corners, high-speed corners, so much better. You can get that turn in back, a little bit extra front camber or, something else. But those are definitely worth putting in and then getting your car to turn the way you want it to, because it wraps high-speed corners so much better. Yeah, nothing really bad to say on that one. But yeah, those are the new things that are coming down the pike, and very positive on the steel chassis. I think it's a winner. And if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Always subscribe. That helps out the channel quite a bit. And we will catch you on the next one. Thanks a lot.